Hey everybody, welcome to Queer Girl Straight Skates. This is Bowie's coming out story. Just kidding, it's my coming out story. Welcome to Storytime with me, Rebel. I wanted to take this time during Pride Month
to tell you this super lesbianic story.
To tell you my most lesbian story, and that is my coming out story.
Did it happen in Lisbon?
It did not happen in Lisbon, and it did not happen in the Isle of Lesbos. In order to really understand this whole story, we're going to have to go way back, and that is to when I was growing up. I grew up in a really Christian home, and in this Christian home, I also went to a private Christian school growing up. And I was told that being gay is bad, and that if you were a lesbian or gay, then you were going to hell, and hell was like the worst thing that could possibly happen to you. So I lived my life as a straight person for 18 or 19 years and had absolutely no idea I was gay. Now, when I think back, I realized that there were many signals that I should have known that I was gay, and that there were many people that I like really enjoyed their presence, or like really looked up to, or really wanted to be, that was just like I had a crush on them. It wasn't it wasn't me idolizing them. It was literally me just like having a crush and liking them and thinking they were cute. But I didn't really understand what those feelings were, and so I interpreted them to be something else, which is something really common when you grow up in a very religious household. So both my mom and dad are pastors, so it was just a very intense situation growing up when it comes to rules and, I don't know, like how we were instructed to view the world. So long story short, I was in a long-term relationship with a man, and I spent a lot of the time in that relationship just being really unsatisfied. In all reality, it was because I just wasn't turned on by men, and I didn't know that, and it took a really long time for me to figure that out. And yeah, so like time went on, and I was like, oh, maybe I'm bi, because I had like hooked up with both girls and guys, and I thought, oh, maybe that's just like what I am. And so I was like, yeah, I'm bi, and I felt really strongly about that, and I was really proud about it. And then more time went on, and I just thought, no, like I am not bi. Like I am not interested in men at all. And that moment for me was really significant. I remember I cut all of my hair off. Like I had long hair, and I cut it really short, and I had cut it off because I was going on a trip to Europe, and I was like, oh well, it'd be more convenient if I just cut my hair off. But I realize now that like that whole trip to Europe that I was on, and the cutting of my hair was really symbolic of me kind of going on a venture to try and figure out who I was and what the parts of me that I didn't understand what they meant. And so, yeah, I don't know. So like I went on that trip, and it was cool because if you ever have the opportunity to travel to a new place where absolutely no one knows you, and you're going to be there for a little bit of time, you get the opportunity to reinvent yourself in a way that you don't really get that opportunity when you're in your own town or around your old friends or anything like that. And so I really spent a lot of time when I was traveling around Europe just trying to figure out, like, what is it that I am? Like, who do I want to be? Like, all of these questions that people go through in the coming out process. So I went through that process, and I just really felt like, no, yeah, I think I remember because some of my friends came to visit me at Christmas, and I remember being in a shop in Amsterdam, And one of my really, really close friends, who I would call family, said, so, like, is this a thing? Like, is this what we're doing now? And I was like, yeah, like, I'm a lesbian. And he was like, okay. And I was like, okay. I don't know, it just felt so, it felt so right, but it also felt weird that I could just claim that over myself. But as soon as I claimed that over myself, I felt like I had this freedom to express myself and explore this culture that I was a part of and this family that I was a part of. And it just, I felt so connected to people, like queer people, in a way that I had never felt connected to anyone before. So yeah, so I think from then on out, I was just kind of like, yo, what's up, everybody? Like, I'm a lesbian. Like, just deal with it. And everyone was very, very accepting. The one big thing that I struggled with is I knew that I had to come out to my family. And the reason why I came out to my family, honestly, I was not planning on coming out to them for any amount of time, but I started dating Shove. And when I started dating Shove, I had already been out, like, to my friends for quite a bit of time. I was playing roller derby already. Like, I was very out and proud there and, like, in my general world. But I started dating Shove, and I just remember, like, when I first started dating her, I thought, oh, like, I have to come out to my parents because, like, this is the woman that I want to marry. And that realization for me was so crazy because, I don't know, I've never felt that way about someone before. Like, I've never started dating someone and just thought, like, this is the one. Like, this is the person that I want to be with. And, yeah, so when I realized that, I thought, okay, well, girl, you better start getting a plan together to talk to your parents, because really I just wanted to give them as much time as possible to get used to the idea of being gay, as like in hopes of them being willing to come to my wedding someday. So all of that. So then the way I came out to my parents was I essentially took both my mom and my dad out to dinner separately, and I was like, hey, like, you know I'm gay, right? And I just thought, like, oh, I'll say it that way because the response to that is very, like, you don't get to be like, what? How dare you? Like, the response is yes or no. Like, it gives them, like, a very pigeonholed response. And so that's the reason why I said it the way I did. And, you know, it was hard. And it wasn't necessarily as accepting as I wish that it would have been. And I struggled a lot with that. And I can only hope that, like, someday they'll be like, we love you how you are, and whatever you choose is fine. But I had to do that in order to live in myself, like, free and real. And yeah. So there are a lot of people that, like, very much so support me, and it's really incredible. And I have a family base that is, like, there for me and loves me, that I have picked, and that support me no matter what I do. But it is really hard to, like, not have your family accept you the way you are and think that you are, you know, going through a phase, or you are going to hell, or you are living in sin. Like, I don't know. But anyways, so I came out in May of 2018, right before Long Beach Pride, right before my first Long Beach Pride with Shove. And it was really beautiful because after, like, coming out, like, I felt like that was a really big stand that I took for my relationship. And then we just got to go and, like, celebrate Pride together, and, like, finally free, and finally, like, I've told everyone, like, there's no one who doesn't know this about me, and that just felt really freeing. But I mean, from the moment that I realized that I was gay until I really came out was like 5 years. And yeah, so I don't know. So yeah, so that is my coming out story. I am very much so out to literally everyone. Obviously, my YouTube channel is queergirlstraightskates. If you don't know me, hi, my name is Rebel, and I am a big old lesbian. That's really it. I mean, someone told me this when I was like going through this whole process of like coming out and talking about like getting married and whether or not my dad would be willing to walk me down the aisle and all of that stuff. And someone told me that it was not necessarily about you coming out to the world, but it was about like you letting people into your life and like letting people really know you and like who you are. And I think that that's really beautiful. I love that, because I think it's stupid that there's any obligation for us to be like, I need to let you know what my sexual orientation is. It's like that's trash. Like, you should just be, you should come out or not come out or let people know in a way that just makes it so that you're comfortable in your own skin and you're living your truth. And that's the most important thing. Like, be true to yourself and find that joy within yourself. Find your queer community and love your queer community, because they understand. We understand something that other people don't understand. And yeah. So that's my coming out story. I definitely wasn't expecting to cry, but that's okay. Whew. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And tell me your coming out story below. And I will see you next time. Cheers to the queers.